He smiled like a friend, but he thought like a pig, and that night he finally showed it. This happened when I was still too young to even start elementary school. My parents were working out of town at the time, so I was living with my great uncle and his wife. It was a small town where everyone knew everyone. Most doors were left unlocked, but there was one rule drilled into my head. No matter who it was, I was never to open the door if I was alone. My great uncle was well known around town. He was a Texan, owned a slaughterhouse, and genuinely loved working with meat. On weekends, he'd fire up the grill, cut thick steaks with his own hands, and cook them himself. He had a hard temperament, got angry easily, but he was fair. Most of his life had been spent killing animals. Blood, knives, and the smell of meat were normal to him. No one in town found that strange. He had a friend he'd known for years. I never heard his real name. No one ever said it. We called him Pigheart, pig-spirited, greedy, sneaky, with eyes that made you uncomfortable. He and my great uncle went back a long way, but I could tell my great uncle had grown uneasy around him. Certain gestures, certain looks, especially the way he looked at me, clearly bothered him. People whispered that Pigheart was a thief. Small things, tools disappearing from garages, items missing from truck beds. No one could ever prove it. But there was another side no one talked about out loud. The way he got too close to young girls. Everyone noticed. No one said a word. My parents were out of town. That same morning, my great-uncle's wife had gone to San Antonio to visit her daughter and grandchild. I was alone in the house. He turned on cartoons for me, told me not to leave my room, and said he was stopping by the slaughterhouse before heading out. I remember him locking the door before he left. That wasn't something he usually did. The house was quiet, the TV was on, but I felt a strange sense of unease. About half an hour later, there was a knock at the door. I froze. I didn't even ask who it was. From behind the door came a familiar, raspy voice. Pigheart. He knew my great-uncle wasn't home. I didn't think about how he knew that at the time. "I'll just take a look," he said. "Your uncle left something for me." I told him I couldn't open the door. He laughed. "I'm not a stranger," he said. "Everyone knows me." I didn't open it, but then I heard the lock being forced. After that, a sound from the back door. I learned later that my great-uncle had intentionally left it unlocked. When Pigheart came inside, he was wearing an old jacket. His eyes darted around. His breathing was fast. The first thing he did was scan the room. He opened cabinets and drawers. He was stealing, and I could see it clearly now. Then he turned to me. He stepped closer, too close. He put his hand on my shoulder. I froze. I don't remember exactly what he said, but his voice was low and filthy. I tried to pull away. He grabbed my arm. That was the moment I learned what real fear felt like. I wanted to scream, but no sound came out. Then the house filled with a sound. My great uncle. The door flew open. Pigheart flinched. My great uncle didn't ask a single question. He didn't yell. He just walked straight toward him. Pigheart's face changed instantly. He tried to back away, but he couldn't. I didn't see everything clearly. My great-uncle slammed him to the ground, the sound of punches, the sound of bone. It didn't last long, but it was brutal. Pigheart started crying, begging. My great-uncle didn't stop. Then he dragged him outside. The only thing he said to me was, "Stay in your room." No police came that night. No ambulance. The next day, Pigheart was gone from town. He was never seen again. As I got older, I started putting things together. Why my great-uncle had sent his wife away that day. Why he waited until my parents were gone. How he knew Pigheart would come. How he had set a trap. My great-uncle owned a slaughterhouse. Blood on his clothes, bloody tarps in his vehicles. None of that raised suspicion. Driving out of town late at night was normal for him. No one asked questions. I also understood why he never went to the police. For some people, justice doesn't happen in a courtroom. It happens when the right decision is made at the right moment. Looking back now, I don't dramatize what happened that day. It was simply a strange, tense, and terrifying experience in a child's life. But someone was watching. He was suspicious, and he waited for the right time. Pig Heart vanished from the town, and my great uncle kept firing up his grill.